Welcome everyone to my stream for Transformers The Last Night, the Matt Cut casting call live. That is right, the casting call for my Matt Cut of Transformers The Last Night is open.
Welcome everyone to
and
the stream for Transformers
there is still
The
roles
Last
available
Night,
for those who wants to be a part of it. This is a non-profit stop motion project.
Casting call for my
Just letting you know, it's a stop motion project
is open,
and it is in fact
there is still roles available
a
for those who want
stop motion video
because
because
non-profit stop motion
I
project.
do not know how to make
Just letting you know it's a stop
fully
motion
live
project,
action just yet.
It is in fact a stop
But
motion.
I will learn that sooner once I go ahead and get to developing the live action sequel to Power Rangers 2017 whenever I figure out how to do the live action filmmaking stuff.
I will learn that sooner once I go ahead and get to developing the live action sequel to Power Rangers 2017 whenever I figure out how to do the live action filmmaking stuff.
Copy link and put it on my stream. Woo. Ah. Yikes, that hurt. I was gonna say, this is not the one that I finished. Okay. Don't mind that, everybody. So as you guys can see here, this is my casting call called Paige for Transformers The Last Night, the Matt Cut. And the synopsis of this project is kind of like the same type of synopsis of The Last Night, but I described the synopsis a lot more differently. So, the Autobots and Decepticons are still at war 3 years after Optimus Prime left Earth to find his creators. Humans are still hunting Transformers all over the globe.
So
Cybertron is heading towards
the
Earth.
Autobots and Decepticons
There's only one
are
key to
still
stopping the
at war.
destruction of mankind,
Years
and that is for one hero to stand up and become the last knight.
Still hunting Transformers all over the globe.
And
Cybertron is
one thing I
heading
can
towards
go ahead and tell you
There's
is,
only one key to
if
stopping the
you are not
destruction of
able to do
mankind,
your
that
audition
is
and upload the audio
to
file
stand up
to your
and
Casting Call Club on this page,
last night.
you can also go on this link here, this
One
link
thing I can
that
go
the
ahead and
mouse
tell
is
you
on.
is, if
That
you're
will be
not
the
able to do
Discord
your
page
audition
and
upload
server
audio
for
file
the
to
project. So that will be the Transformers The Last Night, The Matt Cut
You can also
Discord server
on this link
that you
here,
will in fact be
this
seeing
link that the
on,
mouse is on.
like as I was
That
saying,
will be the
it will be
Discord
on
page and
Discord.
server for the
It's a
project.
Discord server link
So
that you guys can go on for my project.
Discord server.
So
Will in fact
yeah,
be
just
on
you want to audition for Transformers The Last Night, The Matt Cut. You can either audition on
server link that you guys can go on.
the page, Casting Call Club page, by choosing whatever character you want to audition for and upload your audio file. Or, again, you can just go to the Transformers The Last Night, The Matt Cut Discord server right here. But I'll show you what characters are available right now. Available characters are Autobot Crosshairs, Autobot Hot Rod, Cade Yeager, Decepticon Barricade, Cogman, Seymour Simmons, Agent Lennox, Robert Epps, General Mooreshower, and Sam Witwicky, along with some roles that you can do of writer and music composer. Again, this is a non-profit project, so I'm just letting you know this is not a non-profit project, so you don't have to pay. This ain't pay. This isn't a paid project. Now, although, let me go ahead and tell you something about Hot Rod in the Matt Cut. I say, make him sound cool. No French accent. So that means Hot Rod will no longer have the French accent no more, like he did in the original version of the Last Night movie. So that means you do not have to put a French accent for Hot Rod. You can make your own unique type of sounding voice for Hot Rod in this cut of the Last Night.
So
I can go ahead and tell you right now, don't expect the human characters to have a big role in the movie, because look, I know the humans are everyone's most not so favorite thing about the Bayverse films.
Don't expect
and
characters.
My goal for the Last Night, the Matt Cut, is to show more Transformers and less humans. So make this version of the Last Night focus more on the Transformers than how many times the humans appeared in the film.
So make this version of the Last Night focus more on the Transformers.
Excuse that typo I did there. I make a lot of typos when preparing for some projects on there. So as you can see, the closed roles are in fact roles that have been taken. Over 14 people has followed the project, and there are 12 more roles open. And as you can see here, I'm giving you the first look of what the casting will in fact be. BZ will be the voice actor of Optimus Prime. Bumblebee.
I'm giving you the first look of what the casting will in fact be.
Bumblebee.
BZ will be the voice actor of Optimus
Nitro Zeus, Decepticon Onslaught, and Quintessa will be both voiced by R. Azrimal.
Bumblebee.
Then well-rounded nerd will be the voice of Autobot Hound.
Both voiced by R.
I will take on the voice of Autobot Drift and Sir Edmund Burton.
Then
Hotshot Gamer 01 will be the voice of Decepticon Dreadbot. Well-rounded nerd will also be voicing as Decepticon Berserker.
And Sir Edmund Burton.
And
Hotshot Gamer 01 will be the voice
one thing I gotta say,
Decepticon Dreadbot. Well-rounded nerd will also be voicing as
one thing I gotta go ahead and tell you guys about the last night, the Matt Cut, is do not expect this project to be a 5 or 4 hour long movie. I know everyone wouldn't want to watch a 4 hour version of The Last Night that nobody has ever seen before. So what I'm going to do with the Matt Cut of Transformers The Last Night is I will separate it and make it an episodic series. The episodic series will consist of what will happen in the movie next to flashbacks that you've never seen in the Last Night before. So you will get an explanation of how Galvatron changed to Megatron. You will get explanations of where Sam Witwicky went after the events of Dark of the Moon.
So you will get how Galvatron
events on how the Autobots started to be hunted by the humans, aka Cemetery Wind,
after the events of Dark of the Moon.
Then you will get some explanations of where Barricade has been this whole time. And in fact, you will the scenes that you all heard about that we were supposed to get in the final version of the film but never made it. You can expect those scenes to make it in my project. So, just letting you know. And also, I forgot to mention, Megatron will be voiced by none other than Ryan Golden. And who is that, you ask? Well, I will go ahead and play you the video that he is in fact a part of.
Well, I will go ahead and play you the video.
Sorry guys, I can't come to lunch. I blew all my money on skating.
Apologies. I wasn't wanting this ad to appear. Ryan Golden voices Megatron, and this Transformers and all Transformers Siege videos by the YouTuber All Hail Megatron 1000.
Apologies. I wasn't wanting this ad.
And this is the Megatron right
Ryan
here.
Golden voices Megatron in this Transformers and all
And my governorship of Earth, will it transfer to Cybertron?
Megatron
You wish to
1000.
remain a governor, Starscream. You may remain
This is the
here.
Megatron right here.
So that's the Megatron that will be the voice of Megatron in the Matt Cut, The Last Night. So, there we go.
So that's the Megatron that will be the voice of Megatron in.
Now, I'm not going to reveal to you what the voices will sound like, because I feel like that would be a lot more better to basically reveal in a later time on when you get.
Now, I'm not going to reveal to you what the voices
Basically,
will sound
you'll
like,
hear the voices
because
once
feel
I
like that would be a
release
lot
some
better
footage
to
of
basically
the last
reveal
night,
in
the Matt Cut.
a later time.
But I am telling you this right now. How Ryan Golden, not Goldman,
Basically,
sorry,
you'll hear the
Golden.
voices.
How he sounds like as Megatron in the Matt Cut
But I am telling
sounds
you this
amazing.
Right now.
It's
Ryan
fucking great.
Goldman,
I can tell you that.
Golden. How he sounds like as Megatron in
Now,
the Mac
Transformers The Last Night, the Mac Cut,
Sounds amazing.
which the
It's-
casting call
it's-
project is titled
fucking
The Last Night Remake.
I can tell you that.
But the real title of it is the Mac Cut. It is live and featured right now on
Now,
Casting Call Club.
Transformers
So
The
once
Last
you
Night,
go to
the
open
Mac
projects,
Cut, aka
you
which
can
casting
expect
call
and
project
find
is
this
titled
project
The Last
there.
Night Remake. But the real title of it is
Project
the Mac
will
Cut.
be searchable,
It is
and
live
you
and
will be
featured
able
right
to
now on
audition
Casting Call
to
Club.
whatever
So
role
go
you
to
want to
open
play.
projects. You can expect and find this project there. The project will be searchable, and you will be able to audition to whatever.
But as of the moment, there will be some characters right now whose roles are pending right now, as I am eyeing some YouTubers to play some certain roles. So I'm just letting you know
But
there'll
as
be
the
some
moment,
characters
there will
who,
be
in
some
fact,
characters right now whose
will-
roles are pending right now, as I am eyeing some YouTubers
Oh, I forgot
play
to put
some
that the
certain
project
roles.
was,
So I'm just
well,
letting you know there will be some characters who, in fact,
this says it's not. Okay, yeah.
oh,
I see.
forgot to put that the
Ryan
project
Gordon's pricing on his profile was paid. He's
This
probably
says it's not.
gonna do this
Yeah.
free,
Yeah,
but yeah.
I see Ryan Gordon's pricing on his profile.
There's still
Okay.
some roles available for you to play right now. So what I'm going to go ahead and tell you is I will take time to do a lot of explaining of what has happened off screen of the Bayverse in this cut.
There's still some roles available.
My best goal
for you
for
to
Transformers
play
The Last
now.
Night, the Mac Cut,
So what I'm going to go ahead and tell you
is to make the best,
I will
improved,
take time
and far more
to do a lot
superior
of
version of The
explaining
Last Night
what
ever.
has happened off screen.
Therefore,
in
make
this
a
cut.
lot of my own
Best goal
explanations of
Transformers
what
The Last Night,
happened
the
during
Mac
the
Cut
events of the movies,
is to make the best
and also make some explanations of
superior
certain
version of The
events
Last Night
that
ever.
happen off screen
Therefore,
throughout the
make a lot
Bayverse
of
timeline.
explanations of what
Movies.
happened during the events,
That's what I'm going to try and do.
movies,
And hopefully,
and
I
also
will do
make
it.
some explanations of certain events that happen off screen throughout the Bayverse timeline. At least,
but yeah.
I'm trying to do.
So far, casting has been pretty good so far. I've managed to actually get some casting closed and some casting
But yeah,
accepted.
so far
And
casting has
pretty much I
been
got
pretty
almost
good.
every robot character in this casting call
I've
right
managed
now
to actually
completely
get some
taken.
casting closed.
There's just
Some casting
there's
accepted.
just
And pretty much I got almost every robot character in this casting call right
One,
now completely
two,
taken.
3,
There's just
4 more robot characters who are in need of actors. Then after the robot characters are fully taken, of course we're going to need actors of the human characters. Now, don't expect a lot
more
of...
robot characters who are in need of actors. Then
Now,
after
don't think the
robot
humans will have a
characters are
big
fully
role
taken,
in the
Of
films.
course, we're going to need actors of the
Because
human
this cut
characters.
of Transformers Last Night will mainly focus on the Transformers
Now,
in
don't
general,
expect
like I've
a
said.
lot of
I'm just at least letting you guys know that
Now,
Transformers
don't
Last
think
Night, the
humans
Mac
will have
Cut
a big
will
role
not
in films. 'Cause this cut
be
of
what you
Transformers Last
think
Night
it is.
will
It's not going to be
mainly
the
focus
same
on
old
Transformers,
pointless
like I've said.
shit fire that Paramount
This at least
Pictures
let you
gave
guys
us,
know that Transformers
and
Last
that
Night,
is
the Mac Cut
the final
will
version we
not
got of The Last Night. As much as I figured that movie was originally okay to me, rewatching it, I was like,
shit fire that
holy shit,
Paramount
this is
Pictures
terrible.
gave us, and that
it's
is
so terrible.
the final
Like,
version we got
now I
last
think
night.
the movie's terrible.
As much as I figured
Action
as I
sequences,
figured
I did
that
love
movie
some
was
action
originally
sequences in The
okay
Last
to
Night,
me,
but
rewatching
the
it, I
movie
was like,
just was bad.
holy shit, this
Bad
is
to me.
terrible.
So that's why I'm at least
So,
proud that
like,
Bumblebee was
yeah,
a lot
I
more
think
better of a
he's
movie
terrible.
than The Last Night itself.
Action sequences.
But I'm
I
at
did
least
love
happy
some
to try
action
and
sequences in
improve The Last
but
Night. Yeah,
movie
the
just
project
was
is
bad.
not going to get
So
rid
that's why
of
I'm
the
at least
massive
proud
failure that The Last
Bumblebee
Night
was
was
a lot
given,
better of a movie than The Last
but
Night itself.
all I'm gonna do
I'm at least happy to try
is I'm gonna do my best
The Last Night.
and try and make
The
a
project
group
is
of
not
YouTubers
going to
around
get
the world
rid of the massive
see
failure
if
that
they
The
want to
Last
help
Night
out in this
was
project.
given.
Because with any of my projects, I cannot do this
So I'm gonna do my
alone.
best and try
I will
and
need
make
some
a
help
group
with
of
making my
YouTubers
projects.
around the world.
Without
See if
without
they
help,
will out in this
my
project.
projects will never see
Because
the light of
any of
day.
my projects, I cannot do this.
So far,
I will need
the
some
reason why my Cybertron
projects.
film, the first film in the
Without
Transformers stop motion cinematic
without
universe,
help,
Transformers
my
Rise of
projects
Prime,
will never
the reason
see
why
the
that
light of
project
day.
got very, very far
So far,
is that I've actually gotten some pretty good help
my
casting wise.
Cybertron film, the
I'll
first
go ahead and show you the whole
universe, Transformers Rise of Prime. The reason why that project
process of the
very,
Rise of
very
Prime
far
movie right now.
is that
As you
I've
can see,
actually
it's on
gotten
closed
some pretty
projects.
good help casting.
No, it's not filmed yet, but it's
I'll go
closed
ahead
because
and show
all the
you
casting
the whole
has been taken. Therefore, that's right.
process
All
of
casting
the
is
Rise of Prime
finalized
right now.
and confirmed.
As you can see, it's on closed projects. No, it's not.
These
filmed
are
yet.
writer
It's closed
and
because all the casting has been
director roles
therefore,
filled by me.
That's right. All
So,
casting
Orion
is
Pax
finalized and confirmed.
is voiced by Hotshot Gamer 01.
These are
Real J
writer
Watchcraft is the voice of Bumblebee.
and director roles.
Autobot Hound is voiced by
So Orion Pax
Lord Lelouch
is
Productions.
voiced by Hotshot Gamer 01. Real J Watchcraft is the
Ultra
voice of
Magnus
Bumblebee.
is voiced by J Watchcraft.
Autobot Hound is voiced by
Autobot Sideswipe is voiced by
Lord
Slipstream
Lelouch
Productions.
Ultra Magnus is voiced by J Watchcraft.
Autobot Wheeljack will be voiced by Shockwave.
Is voiced by Slipstream
Autobot Ratchet will be voiced by Scorelink. Autobot Cog will be voiced by Primus Productions. Cliffjumper will also be voiced by Hotshot Gamer 01.
Autobot Wheeljack.
Autobot Ironhide will be voiced by Jillian Paul.
Ratchet will be voiced by
Autobot RC will be voiced by Symphony.
Voiced by Primus Productions.
Sentinel Prime will be voiced by
Also be
BLP.
voiced by Hotshot Gamer 01.
Megatron will be voiced by Vin Saris.
Voiced by Jillian Paul.
Decepticon Starscream will be voiced by also Jillian Paul. Decepticon Thundercracker will be voiced by Rains Michael. Decepticon Skywarp will be voiced by Arthas of Blackheart.
Decepticon Starscream will be voiced by
Decepticon Blitzwing will be voiced by Primus Productions.
Decepticon Thundercracker will
Decepticon
be voiced by
Shockwave will be voiced by Harry Alpha.
Decepticon Skyward
Harry Alpha
will be
3.
voiced by
If you know who that YouTuber is, you should probably know him, as he does some stop motions of some Transformers and mainly Daylesh from Doctor Who.
Voiced by Harry Alpha.
I hope you know what I'm talking about.
Harry Alpha 3. If you know
Decepticon Soundwave is voiced by Coffee Holic VA.
as he does some stop motions of
I
some
am in fact the
Transformers
voice of
and
Decepticon Skytread
Daylesh
and
from Doctor
Decepticon Dropkick.
I hope you know it. Decepticon Soundwave is voiced
Decepticon
by
Barricade is
VA.
voiced by Andres
I am in
Andres.
fact the voice of
Sorry.
Decepticon Skytread and
Decepticon Shatter is voiced by Symphony. Primus is also the voice of
Decepticon
J
Barricade is
Watchcraft.
voiced by
And
Andres.
as you can see on the last,
Decepticon
I'll go ahead and
Shatter
tell
is
you,
voiced by
we already know that Orion Pax becomes Optimus in
Primus
this
is also
story
the voice
of any Transformers
and
story. So,
as you can see on the
this
last,
casting here is really not a
I'll
spoiler.
go ahead and tell you
Orion
know
Zax
that
is the voice of Optimus Prime
Optimus in the
in my Transformers Stop Motion Cinematic Universe movies.
story. So,
And I'm sure you already know him from his
really not a spoiler.
impersonation videos of Optimus Prime,
Ryan Zacks,
which are
is the voice
pretty
of
awesome.
Optimus Prime, and
So,
my Transformers stop motion
every
Cinematic
casting
Universe movies.
in my Cybertron film, complete.
I'm sure you already
The only
know
thing
him
that
is
I'm needing to work on,
impersonation
looking
videos
for
of
right
Optimus
now for Rise of Prime is in
Pretty
fact
awesome.
for a scriptwriter,
So,
because I would do script
every
writing right
casting
now,
in my
but
Cybertron film, complete.
I don't trust myself
The only
for
thing
script
that
writing
I
in
need to work on
the Cybertron
right
film.
now,
Apparently,
Rise of
I just
Prime,
I don't know
is
why I
my
don't
script
trust
writing.
myself for
Because
script writing
I
of the
would do
Cybertron
script
movie.
writing right now.
I have some
but
ideas that I think I would
I don't trust
think would be
myself
awesome
for
to
script writing
introduce,
in
but
the Cybertron film. Apparently, I don't know why I don't trust myself.
it's just,
for
again,
script writing of the Cybertron movie. I have some ideas that I think I would
my channel's not on a good
think
start,
would be awesome. to
so of course
introduce.
that's gonna make me
But
kind of worry about, not being good
it's
with the
just
project,
again,
period, at all. But
my channel's not on a good start.
one new audition
So, of
for
course, that's gonna
Decepticon
make me
Barricade
kinda worried,
by Andres
not being good
Trades,
project.
the dude that voices Barricade in Rise of Prime. Okay,
One new audition for Decepticon Barricade by
I'm gonna go ahead and,
Andres.
for the first time ever, you guys can go ahead and
That
listen to
voices
this
Barricade
voicing
in
while
Rise
I
of
go
Prime.
ahead and listen and see if the audition is good. And if,
I'm gonna go ahead and
alright, the
for the first time ever,
what
you guys
volume
can go
is,
ahead and
in
listen
fact,
to this voicing while I go ahead and
loud.
listen and see if the audition is good. What volume is, in fact.
I'll have to return that up again. Sadly, that doesn't sound like Jess Harnell's Barricade, so sorry, I'm not gonna take that. It's a good try on auditioning, though. It's a good try on auditioning, though.
Sadly, that doesn't sound like Janice Harnell's Barricades. Sorry.
So yeah, like again, Rise of Prime is doing a good. Rise of Prime, I've gotten so far.
Good try on auditioning.
The fun fact about my Cybertron film, Rise of Prime, is I didn't start developing Rise of Prime
Rise of Prime
till
is doing
2019 or
Rise of Prime, I've gotten so
2017 or 2018 or
Fun fact
2019 was when I
about my
started
Rise of
developing
Prime
Rise of
is
Prime.
I didn't
I
start
was going through a
developing
terrible
Rise
life
of
back
Prime
then.
till
And
2019
of course,
2017 or
that was getting in front of my ideas of making Rise of Prime as a content that I want to make.
life back then.
Because I wanted to make a Transformers stop motion
Of
project
course,
that would in fact
that
make
was
Transformers
getting in
fans
front
happy
of
and
my
get their heads
ideas
off
making
of
Rise of Prime
the most
as
disappointing film in history, The Last
content
Night.
that I wanna make. Because I wanted to make a Transformers stop motion project.
I wanted to give them my
that would,
own
in fact,
Cybertron film,
make
and that's where
Transformers
Rise of Prime
happy
came
and
in.
Get their heads off
Transformers
of
Rise of Prime
the most disappointing film
underwent
The Last Night.
one cancellation. I canceled the movie once
I wanted to give
until I
them
got a
my
new
Cybertron.
camera, or at
That's
least
where Rise
things
of
started to
Prime
get
came
better for me. I was like,
Transformers Rise
it's
of
time to
Prime
revive this project.
underwent
I revived Rise of Prime
one
and
cancellation.
started
I
casting
canceled the
call
movie
once again,
until I got a
and
new
I had to
camera.
undergo a few
These
changes
things
with the
started
casting
getting better for me.
calls,
I was like,
because I originally
it's
had
time to
some
revive this
castings
project.
completed for the first time that I had the
revived Rise of
project
Prime and
developed
started casting
and
calls
announced,
once again.
but
And
they weren't
I
like,
had to undergo a few changes with the casting.
it wasn't the most
Because I
improved.
originally
It was
had
kind
some
of like,
castings completed for the first time that I had the project.
it's probably like voice acting that you wouldn't want to hear from a
announced.
project.
But
So I did the most
weren't,
right
like-
thing for the project, and that was
it
to
wasn't the most
rightfully
rude.
change
It
the
was kind of
rules
like-
and give the chance for other people to
probably
do
like
the
voice
roles
acting that
in
you
this
wouldn't wanna
project.
hear from my project. So I did the most right thing for the project.
apologize for
and
that.
That was to rightfully change
But-
the rules.
Because I revived Transformers Rise of Prime,
Chance for other people.
it got a lot of casting call auditions, and some blew my mind. And honestly, I thought were better than the first auditions
Because
that I
I
got.
revived Transformers Rise of Prime,
And
it
the
got
fact that
a lot
I've
of
found
casting
some
call.
actors who are wanting to do Rise of
Auditions.
Prime,
And some,
and the fact that I finally got the casting
honestly, I
filled
thought were better than the
for Rise
first
of Prime
auditions I got.
is a major success for me. So now all I need to do is get two more characters, two more toys for Rise of Prime, and that is Autobot Ratchet and Decepticon Skyward from the Siege toy line. And that's really not easy, because Amazon has Ratchet for like $80-some, and I'm not paying $80-some for Siege Ratchet. And I don't have the money for. I would pay for Skywarp because he's only $50-some right now. I think I gotta recheck on Amazon, but I don't have the money for. I don't have the money for Skywarp yet. So
I don't have the money for. I would pay for Skywarp.
Yeah.
Because he's only 50.
I don't have the money for Skywarp yet, and I'm not paying $80-some fucking dollars for
I don't have the money for.
Voyager
I don't have
class
the money for
Siege
Skywarp
Ratchet.
yet,
There's
so-
no way in hell I'm paying $80 for Ratchet.
Yeah. I don't have the money for Skywarp yet,
But
and I'm not paying 80-some fucking.
And that's-
dollars
the thing about
for
Transformers,
Siege Ratchet. There's no way in hell. I'm
and that's
paying
kind of the
$80 for
thing.
Ratchet.
my channel has went through a dramatic change after Copa happened.
And that's,
I was stupid enough to kind of think, oh, Copa is gonna affect the future of my channel.
and that's kind of
Therefore, I deleted my channel.
My channel
And
has
after I deleted my
went
channel,
through a dramatic change.
I removed all the content, got rid of all the 100-some subscribers that I had, and yeah, I hit rock bottom on YouTube.
Therefore, I
So
deleted
that's
my channel.
why I'm
And
in a
after I deleted
little
my
bit of a
channel,
state of needing help
I removed all
ASAP
content, got
on
rid of
my
all the
videos
100-some
and my
subscribers that I
projects.
had, and,
because
yeah,
I cannot do these
hit rock
projects
bottom
myself,
on
that's for
YouTube.
sure.
So that's why I'm in a little bit of a
My
state
channel
of
is not
needing
going to be about just
help
me.
ASAP on my videos.
I want this channel to
and
be
my
a
projects.
legitimate
Because I cannot do
entertainment
these projects
channel,
myself,
a
that's for
studio.
sure.
That's why the name of the
My
channel is the
not
MacTac
gonna be
Entertainment.
about just
So, I'm undergoing a
I
big
want this
change for my
to be
channel,
a legitimate
and I am doing the best that I can
entertainment channel,
to try and make this channel as good as I'm
That's why the
promising.
name of the channel
It's
is
not
MacTac
easy.
Entertainment. So,
With no help, it's
I'm
not easy.
undergoing a big change for
But
the channel. And
not
I am
everyone's gonna have
doing the best
interest.
that I can
So,
to try and make this channel as good as I'm promising. It's
that's
not
why
easy.
not all of my projects
With
have
no help, it's not easy. But
the best interest
not
right now.
everyone's gonna have interest.
But Transformers The Last Night, the Mac Cut, so far has almost a
That's
full
why
robot
not
cast.
all of my projects have
What I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now is once this
The
first
best
casting
interest
call is complete for the Last
Transformers
Night,
The
the Mac
Last
Cut,
Night, the Mac
more
Cut
characters
so far
will be added.
has almost a
Therefore,
full robot
second
cast.
round of auditioning
What I'm
will begin.
gonna go ahead and tell you right
Again,
now is
this
once
is an
this
episodic
first
series
casting call
and not a 4 or
is
5 hour
completed for
long
The Last Night,
take
the
of
Mac
the
Cut,
Last Night. Trust
more
me,
characters
like I said
will be
before,
added.
I am not gonna make you guys.
Second round
I'm not gonna expect you guys to like
auditioning will begin. Again, this
spend
is episodic
an
series,
hour
not a 4 or
watching
5
a
hour long take of The
cut
Last Night. Trust me, like I said before,
that's supposed to
not gonna make
fix
you guys-
the
I'm
entirety
not gonna expect you
of
guys
how
to,
much
like,
of a garbage fest that the Last Night of a
spend
film
an
it
hour
was.
watching a
I am happy to make my projects.
that's supposed to fix
I'm happy to make
the
Rise of Prime.
entirety
I am
of
happy
how
to
much
make
of
The Last
a
Night, the
garbage
Mac
fest
Cut.
that The Last Night
what I want to do with the Mac cut is make the best version of The Last Night possible. Do what Paramount couldn't do. Make The Last Night a good movie.
Make Rise of Prime. I am happy to make
So,
The Last Night the Mac
yeah.
cut. What I want to do
I'm
with
setting
the
my
Mac cut is
foot down a little bit
make
and
the
going
best
ahead
version
and
of
just
The Last
saying
Night possible. Do what
it's time
Paramount
to make
couldn't
a
do. Make The
superb
Last Night
version
a
of the
good
movie, and it's time to make a better movie, better than Paramount's vision.
Yeah. I'm setting my foot down a little bit and going ahead and just saying it's time to make a superb version of the movie, and it's time to make a better movie, better than Paramount's vision.
Now, one of the projects that you have seen on the stream just now which you see still opened, Transformers 6 Revenge of Unicron. Let me go ahead and tell you
One of the
something.
projects that
So,
you've seen on the stream just now,
it's closed. And I am canceling Transformers 6 Revenge of Unicron. Why?
which you see still.
Although that was my
Transformers
version of
6
the Last Night
Revenge of
sequel
Unicron.
that I was originally
Let me go
going to
ahead
do
and tell you
instead of the Last Night remake.
So, it's closed.
After hearing that the
And
YouTuber
I'm
Lazo
canceling
Baines was helping
Transformers
and
6
was a big
Revenge of
part
Unicron.
of doing
Why?
a live
Although
action
that was my version of the
fan-made
Last Night
sequel for The
that
Last
I'm
Night, I was
originally
like,
instead of the Last Night remake.
I actually want to see this more than
that
doing
YouTuber
my
Lazo
take of it.
Baines was helping and
So,
a big part
don't
of
worry.
doing a live action
I'm canceling my
fan-made
version of the Last Night
sequel.
sequel,
Last
so
Night
that way
was
the
like-
2023 release of the live
I
action
actually want
fan-made
to
one
see
happens.
this more than doing
Excuse me.
my take of it. So, don't worry.
I'm not deleting my
I'm
Transformers
canceling
Revenge of
my
Unicron
version of
off
Last
there
Night
till I
So
let
that way the
every
2023
person
release
who's been
of the
casted
live-action
know
fan-made
that
one happens.
their role is going to be kept for a future project, but not this one. That way I can
Deleting my
that way I can
Transformers Revenge
delete
of Unicron
Transformers
off there
Revenge of
till I
Unicron off
let
of my
every person
projects
who's been
list.
casted know that
And as
their
you can
role's
see
gonna be
here,
kept for
Transformers
future
Rise of
projects,
Prime
but not this one.
official soundtrack
That way
casting
I can that way I can
That's
delete
for
Transformers Revenge of
helping out with the
Unicron
soundtrack
off my
of
projects
Transformers
list.
Rise of Prime. So,
And as you can see
yeah.
here, Transformers Rise of Prime
4 open projects.
official soundtrack.
One
casting.
project is in draft, and that's Power Rangers 2.
That's for
I'm almost about to get the
helping out with the
casting
soundtrack
finalized and done.
Transformers Rise
And
of Prime.
Closed projects, of course, is
Yeah.
Rise of Prime. This page
For
right
open
here is
projects,
where you can go ahead and
project is in
be
draft,
a part
Power
of my
Rangers 2.
YouTube
I'm almost
studio,
about to get the casting
the Mac Attack
finalized and
Entertainment.
done.
From roles of video editor, banner artist, director for
This
projects.
page right here is
I already got
where
a
you go ahead
cinematic trailer
and
narrator,
part of my
which is
YouTube
Styx the VA.
studio.
He's done pretty good with his auditions, so I can't wait to see
Video editor,
what he's
banner
got from my
artist,
projects once I
director
have
for
ideas of what
projects.
he needs to narrate.
Already got a
You
cinematic
can
trailer
take role of
narrator, which
animator and
is
music
Styx the
composer of
VA.
projects, including
He's
writer of
done pretty
script
good with
and
his
audio
auditions, so I
engineer.
can't wait to see what he's got from my projects.
Over 12
I have
auditions that I've
ideas
already
of what
listened
he needs
to
narrate.
for
You
this
can take role of
page.
animator and music composer of projects, including
So,
writer of
yeah,
script,
that's
audio engineer.
honestly, that's basically about it
Over 12
for
auditions that
the
I've
projects.
already listened to.
Now, before I go ahead and end off this stream, you guys already have heard a lot about the Last Night
Yeah,
Mac cut and what's expected and what's
Honestly, that's
expected for if you want to
basically
audition
about
for it.
for
So,
projects.
I'll show you the
Before I go ahead
page,
and end off
the
this
first look
stream,
at the
you
page
guys
of
already have heard a
the
lot
Power
about
Rangers
the
2 project.
Last Night Mac cut, what
Although,
is
with it being
expected,
draft,
what's
it should be
expected
just
for
me
the
looking at it.
So,
But I will give you the first
show
look
you
of
page,
the casting
the
call
first look at
club
the
page of Power Rangers 2.
Power Rangers 2
So,
project. Although, with
like I show
draft,
here,
it should be
this
just me
non-profit
looking at it.
live action
I will
project
give
will be
you
live
the
action.
first look of the casting.
1 year after Rita Repulsa is defeated by the Power Rangers, the
So,
team is back with a new member on the team named Tommy
like I
Oliver,
show here,
who's now
this
learning to be a
non-profit
true Power Ranger
live
like the
action-
others. But that's all tested
live
when an
action.
ultimate evil has come
1
to
year
destroy
after
everything
Rita
that
Repulsa is
stands
defeated
in
by
its
the Power
way.
Rangers, the team is
And
back
I have the
with a new
casting
member on the
available
team
for
named Tommy Oliver,
Red Ranger,
Now learning to
Jason,
be a true Power Ranger.
Blue Ranger,
Others.
Billy,
That's all tested when
Black Ranger, Zach,
has come to destroy
Yellow
everything that
Ranger,
stands
Trini,
in its way.
and Pink
And I
Ranger,
have the
Kimberly,
casting available
along with
for
Tommy,
Red
Oliver,
Ranger,
Green
Jason,
Ranger.
Blue Ranger,
I made a
Billy,
typo on the name of Green Ranger.
Black Ranger, Zach,
Zordon,
Yellow Ranger,
and
Trini.
Alpha 5. Now, 2 more casting. I'm gonna have a few more castings added, and I will include the acting role for the main villains of the live-action sequel of Power Rangers 2017, which will be
Now, 2 more castings.
Rita Revolta
A few more castings
and
added, and
Lord
I will
Zed.
include the acting role
Alright, that's all I gotta say for
main villains
the
of the live-action sequel
live
of
stream.
Power Rangers 2017.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys on my next update stream about my projects. The Mac Attack, out.
Alright, that's all I gotta say for the live stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.